day, everyone. We are assigned to report the information sheet number 15, poultry meat and egg processing.
Poultry meat and egg processing. Present day, consumer need high protein, low cholesterol and fat chicken meat. Also, consumers are more health conscious and pay more for quality and safe foods. So, it is must for the chicken meat processor to slaughter birds in hygienic environment to deliver the meat safety to the consumers. Kani day among topic kay kung unsaon pag-slaughter ang bird in a good way. Tas limpyo ang imong pag-process. Transportation of birds. During loading, unloading, and transport, care should be taken that birds should not injured and stressed. So, during transportation, ang pinganan kayo ang mga birds panglitan na makaagi og kanang dalan nga libaong. So dapat ang driver maghinay-hinay nun na siya padagan para ang mga chicken dili ka siya kanang mauyog kaayo kay kung mauyog kaayo sunay ko nga ma-stress sila. So dapat inanay lang jud ang pagpadagan tas inig abot na sa didto na sa facilities i-deliver na ang chicken hinaog na dapat dili pud siya ibundak hinay-hinayo lang jud siya og butang. Overloading must be avoided. Also, plastic crates having sufficient openings are to be used for transportation. So, later, ipakita na ko sa inyo kung unsay porma ng plastic crates nga gamiton pag-deliver sa mga chicken. The crates must be easily cleanable, disinfect, and durable. The birds must be transported in the morning hours. Ngano man nga kinahanglan morning man jud i-transport ang mga chicken. Kay sa morning dili man gud siya init. So, kay kung mainitan ang imong chicken, dili pa kay kakaabot sa imong destination na namatay na siya. Dapat morning gud siya i-deliver. Number 1, poultry meat processing. The unit should be constructed with adequate infrastructure facilities like good lighting. So, dapat maayo ang kuan sa imong suga. Dili siya pitok-pitok, no? Kay maapektuhan ang imong trabaho, ana. Proper ventilation. Adequate potable water. So, naadyo na enough water para gamito nimo. And proper drainage system for hygienic processing of chicken meat. So naay kuan kanang proper drainage para ang katong hugaw nimo direkto siyang maano didto. Separate space must be provided for handling meat and other edible offal, whereas separate area to be provided for unclean operation such scalding, defeathering, and evisceration to handle inedible parts of the slaughtered birds. Dapat magseparate kag area para sa mga limpyo o katong mga hugaw. Katong mga feather, mga intestine, katong mga hugaw nga dili na makaon, imo to siyang iseparate. Tas magseparate po kag area para nasa katong carcass. Katong limpyo na nga meat. Sufficient facilities are to be provided for chilling or storing the carcasses. The walls and floor must be easily cleanable in nature. Hygienic slaughter of birds. Birds must be feasted for 12 hours prior to slaughter, but provide ad libitum water, which facilitates to minimize the microbial load in the intestine of the birds to reduce the risk of contamination during evisceration. So that before nimong ihawan imong chicken, dapat lamingon siya og 12 hours before pa siya ihawon. Pero paibnon siya nimo og water, dili lang siya pakanon. Para kanang ipagawas niya dan ang iyang hugaw. So niglimpyo nimo, wala na to siya hugaw. Stunning. Hang the birds for slaughter in such a way for easy stunning. By stunning, the bird's maximum blood can be removed from the carcass, which helps in extending the shelf life of the meat. Ang stunning methods sa mga dagko na nga mga facilities kay kato ni siyang ibitay ang chicken, ihang siya, tas pakurintihan siya. Ngano man, para dili kaayo niya ma-feel ang sakit before siyang ihawon. Dili siya ma-stress ba kay kung sa atoa nga sa balay ra mag-ihaw ta, di ba, ang chicken kay kanang magkuan pa siya, magkisi-kisi pa siya daan ay sa siya ihawon, so na-stress na siya ato. So ang stunning kato siyang pakurentihan kay para dili kay niya ma-feel ang pain. Para mas masabtan ninyo ang kung unsang stunning kay wala makay nato ni na dili nato familiar ba kung mag-ihaw og chicken. So na ako'y video nga ipakita ninyo after na mag-discuss sa bleeding. Bleeding. Immediately after stunning, the birds must be stuck with a sharp knife by serving the major blood vessel, seen the neck. Allow 2 to 3 minutes for bleeding. Provide bleeding cones for hygienic and aesthetic removal of blood. So, kanang mao na ni siya after na ni siya sa stunning. So, ato na siyang gulgulo ng liog, tas allow 2 to 3 minutes nimo siyang patuloon ang blood. Ini siya ang plastic crates katong gamiton pag transport.
At the beginning of the slaughtering line, when the chickens are being stunned. Topkip developed the Volta, a machine whose workings are based on an individual and animal-friendly stunning procedure. The shackled chickens are collected into cones. This ensures that the 2 electrode plates close in on the head and measure each chicken's individual head resistance. An advanced computer-controlled system is the central component of the machine. Within a fraction of a second, the necessary current is determined, and through the same electrode plates, the current is administered to the head. This ensures that each bird always receives the correct current.
So, mao to siya stunning. So, nganong need man mag-stun? Unsa may reason? Ang reason ana para daw good quality ang imo ang meat.
Defeathering. Deskinning is one of the methods and more safe method of removing the feather, as the chances of microbial contamination is less in this method. But commonly, the slaughtered birds are killed by dipping in hot water of 50 to 60 degrees Celsius, which loosens the feather, and by hand picking, the feathers will be removed. Scalding tanks as well as defeathering machines are available for removal of feathers in a more hygienic way. Defeathering is ang pagtanggal og balahibo sa manok. So kung sa ato pang term is himulbulan ang manok. Commonly, pag magtanggal tag balahibo sa manok, mag-init tag tubig 50 to 60 degrees Celsius para mahumok ang iyahang balahibo. Ay nato siya tanggalan og balahibo. Then, pwede po ta magamit og machine, same ra gihapon nga ato asiyang itusno sa 50 to 60 degrees Celsius until nga mahumok ang iyahang balahibo, then ilunod nato siya sa machine. Pagtuyok sa machine, matanggal na dayon to ang ihang mga balahibo. So, magpakita mi og example sa machine nga gilunod dadto ang manok. Ni siya ang example sa feathering machine. So, ilunod ang manok, tas kung magtuyok siya, magtanggal ang day na iyang balahibo. Evisceration. Eviscerate the carcass as quick as possible by removing the anal gland, followed by opening the abdomen next to the keel bone, and remove the visceral organs and collect the edible and inedible offal separately for easily processing and delivery. Evisceration is ang paghinlo or pag-remove sa mga lamang loob sa manok. So una, i-remove nato ang anal gland, followed by opening the abdomen next to the keel bone and remove the visceral organs. Collect the edible and inedible offal. So i-collect nato ang katong mga magamit pang organ sa manok like atay and tinai. Then i-separate pud nato ang dili na magamit. Washing of carcass. After evisceration, the carcass is looked for any change in color or an abnormality, and the carcass without any deviation is allowed for further processing. Remove the neck, wash the carcass thoroughly with potable water. After evisceration, hinluan na dayon ang atoang meat, then putlo nato ang liog, then kinahanglan nga limpyuhan nato siya og ayo kay kung para i-store nato siya dili siya dali madaog. Storage. In most of the days, the meat will be sold immediately. If it doesn't happen, chilling the carcass to 4 degrees Celsius in a chiller or refrigerator. In case of small processors, keep the meat in the insulated boxes with ice. If in case nga dili siya masulod tanan sa chiller or refrigerator, pwede ta magamit og insulated boxes then butangan nato siya og ice. So dapat kung isulod nato sa chiller or refrigerator ang atoang meat, ang iyahang temperature is 4 degrees Celsius. Egg processing. Egg has a shell made of calcium carbonate, which is white or brown in color. Eggs contain 2 parts albumin, white part 56 to 61%, and yellow part yolk 27.30%. Egg contains 12 to 14% proteins, with all the essential amino acids. Egg yolk is an excellent source of vitamin E and D, and egg is also good source of vitamin B. Egg contains 1% minerals like iron, present in yolk, calcium, phosphorus, and sulfur.
Hello everyone, I am Angelique and I am here to give you an idea about eggs, specifically egg drying and egg freezing. So let's start. Egg powder is prepared by drying the egg. Egg powder may be reconstituted before use by mixing in desired quantity of water. The white, yolk, or whole egg after pasteurization may be dried with the help of different methods of drying. So when we say pasteurization, it is actually the partial sterilization of a product to make it safe for consumption and improve its keeping quality. Spray drying method is commonly used for drying the eggs. The pasteurized egg is cooled and packed in a suitable packaging material. In addition, a powdered egg is a fully dehydrated egg. Powdered eggs are made of using spray drying. Sa katong mga nakakita na or naa ng ideya kung giun sa paghimo ang powdered milk, same gihapon ang process nga ilang gi-apply sa paghimo sa powdered egg. So when we compare fresh egg and powdered egg, makaingon jud ta nga naay advantage ang powdered egg. It's because mas gamay ang reduced weight per volume of whole egg equivalent and the shelf life. And according to my research, powdered eggs have a storage life of 5 to 10 years. Yes, you heard it right. 5 to 10 years depending on the environment. Moving on to egg freezing. Egg may be preserved by freezing. In freezing egg cannot be frozen in the shell since the egg would crack to the expansion of liquid when frozen. Therefore, the whole of the egg liquid content is frozen or it's separated into white and yolk and then frozen. In freezing of eggs, to reduce contamination, the control of microorganisms is important. So to reduce the contamination, the shells are generally washed just before eggshell is broken, and then freezing is done quickly as possible. The whole egg or yolk is pasteurized at 60 to 61.5 degrees Celsius for 3.5 to 4 minutes without changes in physical and functional properties. Egg white is very sensitive to heat and easily coagulated near the pasteurization temperature. Pasteurized whole or separated eggs are placed in suitable container and frozen in sharp freezer room with circulating air at 29 degrees Celsius. The freezing process may be completed in 48 to 72 hours. So as I read the egg freezing definition, ingon didto nga to reduce the contamination, of course, before nimo i-freeze ang usa ka itlog, we need to wash the shell before pagbutang dito. Kay if not, there is a big possibility nga pag ma-frozen ang itlog, ma-crack siya. And if that happens, and then natungnan pod nga wala nimo gihugasan iyang shell, and then knowing nga ang shell is hugaw gyud, that will cause contamination. Here's the flow sheet of poultry meat processing pickling. Though na-discuss na ni siya ganiha, still I wanted you to really understand this process. So as you can see, ang naadre sa pinakakilid, pinakauna is the water. That proves that water is important. Kaya makita pa lang ninyo dira, from delivery to chilling, magamit gid ang water. And dili na to ma-execute na nga process without the existence of water. So the first step is ang delivery and holding of livestock. So mostly gyud anang mga companies kay sila gyud ang mubuhi sa animals, and then they have this responsibility nga dapat ilang patabaon, and then if kuan na siya, dako na siya, then that is the perfect time nga ilan ng ihawon or the mortalities. So pag human na, proceed na ta sa stunning and slaughter. So there it is better nga imo usang ihang ang animals before i-proceed ning slaughter para mas mapadali ang imuhang paghimo ani. So kani nga process ang makatabang para ma-remove tong mga dugo nga naa sa usa ka bird, and then para pod ma-preserve og dugay, so ma-extend na to ang ihang shelf life. The third step is the hide removal or the herring or the feathering. So from the word itself, the feathering meaning kwaon ang mga feathers to make it look clean. And important pod nga kwaon ang feathers because sa akong nahibalan, feathers gyud is not edible, so di siya makaon. So since ang step nga before paani kay katong slaughter niya, katong slaughter is ang bird kay i-dip nimo siya sa init kayo nga tubig, meaning pag humagdip ato mga tangtang na ang ihang balhibo. So kaning third step kay pwede na nimong kuan iyang balhibo gamit lang imong kamot, kay syempre kuan na to siya humok. But naa gihapoy available nga mga machines for removing feathers sa mas hygienic nga way. So proceed ta sa evisceration. Mao ni siya ang pagkuha sa anal gland, then opening the abdomen. Next is ang keel bone, then remove na dayon ang visceral organs. Ug ang last is i-separate ang edible og non-edible offal para mapadali ug mapasayon ang processing and delivery. Paguman sa evisceration, ma-change jud ang iyang color. So in this step, mao ang pag-remove sa neck, then wash the carcass thoroughly with water. After that is the boring and chilling. So mao ni siya ang way para ma-reduce ang risk of bacterial growth. So followed by packing. So expected nga pag human atog execute ato nga mga steps is ipack gid nimo, diba? And then cold storage. That would be all.